Also, the Redskins making news. Boy, it's been a while since they've made headlines for being a poor franchise, but, they make up for lost time occasionally. They brought in Reuben Foster. Reuben Foster was let go by the 49ers, and I'm told that, the Redskins weren't the only team that was interested in Reuben Foster. There were teams that were doing research behind the scenes, doing their own investigation, and USA Today reported the Eagles were the only ones to call the police to find out about Foster because the Eagles talked to the Tampa Police Department for details about Foster's misdemeanor domestic battery arrest that led to his release from the 49ers. And then all of a sudden, the Redskins decide they were going to sign Reuben Foster. The NFL then trips over itself and says, no, he's on the commissioner's exempt list after he signs with the Redskins. And then the Redskins have Doug Williams, of all people. Poor Doug had to send out a statement that represented the franchise and saying, basically, this is why we brought him in and we, due process and we, let this play out and maybe he can play for the Redskins. It's an embarrassment there. It really is. They're going to is Reuben Foster that good? Is he worth this? Now, I know you're trying to win the division here, but God, at some point, don't you just say, we're better than this, aren't we? It goes back to the ratio of talent to what you did wrong. And Reuben Foster shouldn't be playing football. He hasn't earned the right to play football. Now, you should have due process, but how many times do you get due process? How many times do you get into situations like this where it's not a coincidence? This is habit forming. But if there's something there, if there's smoke, there's fire here. And the Redskins are going to bring in Reuben Foster? Put him on the commissioner's exempt list, which is where he should have been. Let him have his due process. I believe this is the same woman who filed charges against him where he was completely exonerated. But here we are again. Did she say that she made up the story the last time because maybe he told her, hey, say that you made up the story and I'll take care of you here? Because here he is again. And you know what? With Greg Hardy, he had talent, and this woman didn't want to, she stayed away. She didn't cooperate. And therefore, Greg Hardy, Jerry Jones made a fool out of himself by bringing him in because he's a leader and he's not. He shouldn't have been in the NFL. But, for all of these owners who look at Colin Kaepernick as, evil, or I'd never have him on my team. You want Reuben Foster on your team? You want Greg Hardy on your team? Tell me the message you send there to your own family, your own kids, your wife. Come on. Man, we got to have Reuben Foster. He might be talented, but God, maybe there's no mirrors with the Redskins, with that owner. And maybe he doesn't have to look himself in the mirror. But, why are you bringing in somebody like this? Aren't you better than this? I understand Jerry Jones is desperate to win a championship. Desperate. And he brought in Greg Hardy. And I was told by somebody who is affiliated with the Players Association, if there had been video of Greg Hardy with what he did to his girlfriend, he'd be in prison. Okay. Video, somehow, that kind of snaps us into reality and go, oh my God, that's domestic violence. What Hardy was accused of, and she didn't cooperate. Maybe he paid her off, but you know what? There was something that went on there. And with Reuben Foster, here we are again.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.